One of the most amazing things about Fortnite is the fact that it's a living, breathing, changing world. A week away from Fortnite can feel like an eternity because of this, and then to top it all off, there have been so many live events throughout the years that have completely changed the game for good and sometimes for bad. Without further ado, here are our rankings of every Fortnite live event from worst to best. New Year's Eve event. If you forgot the New Year's Eve event even happened, then we really don't blame you. We honestly feel a little bit sorry for you if you were playing Fortnite on New Year's Eve instead of spending it with loved ones. Unless you really love Fortnite, which we all do, so you know what? That's actually an awesome way to spend New Year's. Anyways, the Doom clan got together to celebrate New Year's and they had a good time, even if the fun only lasted for a few short minutes. Once the clock struck midnight, a disco ball descended from the sky and then all the players started dancing. Shortly after, fireworks started popping off and it was a great way to ring in the new year, you know, besides all the players who died in Fortnite literally 2 seconds later. We'll be honest, this event was nothing special and many players didn't even witness it in action. But it was pretty neat for those who decided to spend their long New Year's Eve night playing Fortnite. Don't worry, there's a reason why we have this event at number 10. Ice Storm. The first live event of Season 7 really shook things up, literally. Like acidic blitz, when we first saw the ice sphere appear in the sky, we knew something crazy was about to happen. We were all waiting for the next big event to start after the whole Kevin the Cube saga, and then there it was. As the ice sphere started to fade away, we saw the Ice King appear inside of it holding something. On closer inspection, it looked like a fragment of our boy Kevin. Maybe he's not dead after all. It was crazy. Anyway, it seems like the Ice King was harnessing the power of the fragment and then using it in an evil way, as villains tend to do, ain't that right, Thanos, huh? He made himself gigantic and then threw his hand forward to create a huge storm that covered the entire map in snow, and that was it. Sure, it fit right into the theme of Christmas, but it didn't do much of anything, which is why it's only in our number 9 spot. We really want to have a boss battle in Fortnite. Give us what we want. Fortnitemares. We were so excited for Halloween 2018 because we were looking forward to the Fortnitemares event. We were getting hyped up with all these poems being sent to our phones if you downloaded the mobile version of the game, and excitement was at an all-time high. We were waiting and willing to spend our sweet V-Bucks on all the new Halloween skins, and well, it ended up being a bit underwhelming. Not only did we get lame re-releases of last year's skins, but as T Martin 2 shows us, we got zombies. We mean cube monsters as well. We quickly grew sick and tired of these annoying creatures, like really sick and tired of them. All they do is get in the way of a crucial battle and ruin everything. We're so happy they got rid of the zombies, or cube monsters, or zombie monster cubes, whatever. We're just happy they're gone. We don't miss them for a second because they ruin the event for a lot of players. The Cube. Season 5 introduced us to our favorite purple cube, who later became known as Kevin because, well, he looks like a Kevin to us. As Beatbuster26 shows us, this guy had one heck of an incredible entrance in the Fortnite world. It was like he was summoned by the god of thunder himself, Thor. Maybe Kevin was banished from Asgard, just like Thor. Anyway, it all began when a rift formed atop of a mountain just outside of Paradise Palms and then started shooting lightning. Players knew something was going to happen on the mountaintop, they just didn't know what. All of a sudden, one lightning strike lasted a real long time and gave birth to Kevin the Purple Cube. The cube then started rotating every 90 minutes or so as it made its way around the map, but we had no idea where it was going until ZZ Fuzzy captured the cube diving into Loot Lake, turning it all purple and gooey. It was a really fun event because there was so much speculation on what was going to happen next and what Kevin's end goal was. It was just a good time all around, and we knew there was more to come in the Kevin saga. The Iceberg. Near the end of Season 6, players started noticing something new in the distance. Players noticed a huge iceberg in the distance making its way towards the map since it was getting bigger and bigger as time went on. Seeing as this was around Christmas time, the community believed it would eventually collide with the map, and who would have thunk it? That's exactly what happened. As TBNR Frag shows us, the huge iceberg certainly did hit in Season 7 and brought a lot of snow and cold weather with it. Not that you were able to actually feel the cold, but you know what we mean. Since the season would last through Christmas, it made sense for there to have been a snow area. We've also been asking for one for ages now, so we're glad there was finally snow in Fortnite, and it's still there today in Season 8, as well as Frosty Flights, Polar Peak, and Happy Hamlet. It was a great event that brought a huge map change with it, which is why we have it at number 6. Butterfly Event. While you could say the Butterfly event was a part of the whole Kevin the Cube saga, we tend to separate the event into two parts, Season 5 and Season 6. Kevin falling into the lake ended Season 5, but Season 6 started with him rising from the ashes and taking the entire Loot Lake Island with him on a journey around the Fortnite map. It was interesting to say the least. Kevin took this floating island everywhere, taking the same path but reversed, eventually finding his way back to Loot Lake where we got the Butterfly event. Just like Layton, we had no idea what was going on. Kevin just dislodged himself from the floating island and then started spinning so fast he imploded and sent us all to a different dimension. There, we saw a bunch of other players before this butterfly landed on the finger of our character. Not too long after, we were sent back to Fortnite and the floating island was nowhere to be seen. Instead, we got a completely revamped Loot Lake and something looking like Stonehenge made out of fragments of Kevin in the center. It was unlike anything we ever saw at the time, making it deserving of a top 5 spot. The Rift. Say what you want about Season 5, but we here at CBR rank it very highly. In our opinion, it was probably one of the most hyped up seasons of all time. As the Camping Rusher shows us, it started out with those rifts from the sky that phased out Moisty Mire and then brought an entire new area in made up of Paradise Palms, the Mexican Village, and the racetrack, all locations that are popular landing spots today, over 3 seasons later. There was so much hype about these rifts that they even affected our real-life world. Nadeshot found a Durr Burger in real life, you know, the one that left Fortnite and then somehow found its way on Earth. There was even a Fortnite-style cop car and an agent asking people about this anomaly on site. It was awesome. We even got to see loot llamas in real life, as Seven found one in London, England. It was such a cool event, but we still have no idea what really caused these rifts, and we'll probably never get an answer. It's a shame, but we'll live with it. MARSHMELLOW concert. Just when we thought Fortnite had done it all, they went and one-upped themselves with the very first live concert event in Battle Royale history. It's typically something we only see in MMORPGs, but a live MARSHMELLOW concert was brought to Fortnite, and no matter what you think about his music, it was a really good time. MARSHMELLOW is one of Ninja's good friends, and these two even won the E3 2018 Fortnite Pro-Am together, so it was an easy choice for Epic Games when deciding who should headline the concert. The MARSHMELLOW concert was unlike anything we've ever seen before in a video game, and it was 100% live. It showcased just how Epic Games continues to push innovation in Fortnite. Their live events were already something pretty awesome, but this was something completely original and outside of the box. The reason we didn't rank it number 1 is because it had no effect on the game. While it was game-changing, it technically didn't actually change the game, but it was definitely good enough to get it into the top 3. Meteor event. You knew it was coming sooner or later, but in our number 2 slot, we have the Meteor event. It was the first live event in Fortnite history and really set the stage for those to come. In Season 3, players noticed a comet in the sky was growing in size. Of course, this made the community speculate what was going to happen, and they came up with plenty of interesting theories, with the best one being that it would hit Tilted Towers. Near the end of Season 3, it started raining down comets from the sky all over the map, causing players like Muselk to freak out. It was as if these meteors were actually targeting players. It was pure chaos. Then Season 4 started off with a bang, literally, because this huge meteor in the sky ended up hitting Dusty Depot, turning it into a giant crater in the middle of the map that was now called Dusty Divot. As KeyWiz shows us, a lab was now being set up, and those 3 warehouses were nowhere to be seen. Rocket launch. Last but certainly not least, since it's in our number 1 slot, is the rocket launch. Players put their differences aside and watched what was going on, but D caught Elemental Ray using this event as a chance to set the world record for kills in a game, eliminating 48 players instantly. Yup, that actually happened. Anyway, as Games Radar shows us, the rocket launch itself was quite impressive. It was launched by the Visitor, and once we heard the sounds of those thrusters, we were hype! The rocket ended up transcending both time and space, and made its way towards Tilted Towers before being consumed by a rift. The rocket then appeared in the middle of the map, where it quickly weaved its way through the sky before going through another rift, creating the major rift that would allow worlds to collide in Season 5. In our opinion, it was hands down the best live event in Fortnite history. And those are our rankings of every Fortnite live event in the history of the game. Do you agree with our rankings? Are there any that you'd like to change? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to CBR for more Fortnite videos. Thanks for watching.